blocking, he created his own space as well.
And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
7. Dolphins, nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one in.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Copeland coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Here's Gurley. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Gurley. Xavier Howard on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Newton. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's 2nd and 10.
25-yard line.
Tua going to throw. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro Stephon Gilmore. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. So Stephon Gilmore, an All-Pro Defensive Player of the Year in 2019, had his first career pick 6 a season ago, and he delivers another one here. And it is now 21-0.
Is good. Makes the score Patriots 21, Dolphins nothing.
So not much much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now this throw caught left side, and they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Dolphins.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Tua now on 1st down. Now he's got it. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 1 from the 2. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
New England Cleveland with a first down as they begin the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Second and 8 coming up.
Let's go. 8.
Newton now to throw. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On the counter, Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Off play action. Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side.
20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Gurley. Kamu Brugier-Hill on the tackle. Brings up 3rd.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Switch it.
Now Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Todd Gurley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. On for the extra point is Folk. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Patriots 28. Dolphins 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
22, Matt Breida.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They run forward Breida. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
8-yard pickup. And the Dolphin 1st down.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And now it's second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. 14. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Intended for Preston Williams. Incomplete. He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Tua to throw again. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
Third down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Let's go, defense. Get out the field, defense.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Now it's Gurley. The 20. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
1st and goal.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Todd Gurley.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Gurley. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Newton. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Patriots add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Team Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. You hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. Like the way I said that, in his defense.
In his defense, I got it. Yeah. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Patriots 42, Dolphins 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Team Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
The Dolphins ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys have to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself. But you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
12 yards there and a first down.
47-yard line.
They try right side here, Gurley. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
Today,
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Patriots, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.